Welcome back to another video, guys. Today we're shooting a very special video. This is a question that I get asked quite a bit. I think you can guess by the title of this video what we're going to be doing today. Yes, we're going to be doing a wash day tutorial. Actually, I don't think I want to... Do I want to call this a tutorial? Anyways, let's just make a tutorial. I think I'm just gonna start off by telling you guys what we're gonna be doing today. So step one, we're gonna be doing the pre-wash, which I just oil my hair and then let it sit, or I use a drying thing to like speed up the process. Number two, we're gonna be doing shampoo, and number three, we're gonna do conditioning. And then once we condition, I am going to be telling you guys some tips and some tricks on how to take care of your hair, especially if you're new to having natural hair and you're trying to, transition. And I know it is a lot of work, but I'm going to show you some tips and things that I know that I've done just to help me out in terms of saving time. If you're somebody that's busy, you don't have time to be doing your hair every day, I'm gonna share all of the tea, guys. All of the tea is my gift to you. First step, pre-wash. So yeah, the state of my hair right now is a little bit, I don't know. It's I undid my braids, I think like a month ago, and I haven't really washed my hair since then. Yeah. Let's not talk about that, okay? I have been I've been going through the motions. I've been going through the motions, and I feel like I keep saying this like that's for another video, because today I'm not trying to get into that. Also, I'm looking at my mirror right here. If you do see my eyes avert, I'm looking at myself so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, I feel like I just want to tell a little bit of how I began with natural hair. Okay, this one's like gonna be a little bit of a story time. Yeah, I went natural in 2016. I was 16 years old at the time, and it was actually an unexpected situation. It's nothing that I planned to do, actually, but yeah, I grew up with relaxed hair for a while. And yeah, I was going in for regular touch-ups. Also, I didn't know anything about hair care at the time. So it kind of, I don't know. So there was one day I was going in for a touch-up. This time I went in and my mom was dropping me off. Basically told, just here for touch-up, for a relaxer. Yeah, lady was like, sure thing. My mom was like, cool. She left because I think she had to do something. Then she was gonna come pick me up again. So now I'm alone at this salon, and they're sitting me in the chair, and they're kind of like analyzing my hair, like seeing like, okay, what needs to be done, like what's the state of my hair. And then I hear this lady calling somebody else to come look at my head. I guess she just needed a second opinion, because she was like going through my hair. She's like feeling my hair. Now this lady's here. They're all looking at my hair. I'm like, girl, why do we need so many people to look at my hair to do this like routine thing, appointment? After a little bit, after they deliberate or whatever, homegirl's like, yeah, we can't relax your hair in the state that it's at. So I'm confused. I'm like, I mean, what am I here to do if I'm not going to relax my hair? I mean, that's what I always do, So she was like, if we relax your hair's going to fall out, basically. My hair was so fried, and I didn't realize. I was like, I grew up with the intention. I grew up with the sentiment that I had good hair, whatever that means. Because, people would always compliment my hair, and I'd be like, oh, like, they'd be like, your hair looks so healthy, and this and that. So when that lady told me what was going on my head, I really couldn't believe her. I was like, okay, so like, what are we gonna do? I was trying to call my mom, like, text my mom like, "Ugh, they're not wanting to do my hair because, you know, they're saying it's gonna fall off." At some point, they're like, "I think, you know, we should just cut your hair." And at this time, I was very, very emotionally attached to my hair, let me tell you. No, get it. So cutting it in my head was not an option. But unfortunately, I won't, okay. I was forced, but I was not forced to cut my hair because I was like, you know, I still want to have healthy hair at the end of the day. So if this is what needs to happen, then I need to accept what must be done. So eventually, you know, I spoke with my mom, spoke with the ladies, and yeah, the lady who was actually originally doing my hair was like, okay. I told her, you know what, fine. We can cut it, but we're not shaving all of it off. That's not happening. So I got a pixie cut. It was a very cute. I don't know if I have any photos about from that time.
She's a legend, and she is the moment. Now, come on now.
But yeah, I actually ended up really liking my little haircut. I'd never had like a haircut or like a pixie cut like that before. So I was actually really excited about it. That was the birth story, the origin story of how I decided to go natural. Now I'm like, I don't want to ever relax my hair again because I never want to be in the situation I was that day. So I was like, okay, I'm going to keep my natural hair. Like, I'm not going to put any chemicals on it. I'm not going to process it in any way. So yeah, that was basically, you know, how everything started. I was, you know, obsessed with YouTube at the time. So honestly, everything that I wanted to do, I was always asking YouTube, like, tutorial, whatever, whatever. I found a couple good creators that, like, basically taught me everything I know about taking care of my hair, like hair types, curl pattern. I was obsessed. Like, I was obsessed. But yeah, I was just, like, on my grind with my hair. So yeah, I decided I'm gonna transition to become fully natural because they did cut my hair, like, but they didn't shave it completely off. So I still had processed hair on my head. So my plan was I was going to grow out my hair, and as it was growing out, I would slowly chop off the relaxed pieces. So that's what I did. And through that journey, I learned so much about my own hair, about hair care in general. Like the misconception in South Africa that we don't wash our hair.
I'm scared.
We all sweat. We all have sebum secreting from our scalp. And I just decided I'm not going to be a nasty girl anymore and I'm going to wash my hair. I started washing my hair every single week, you know, doing the whole nines routine, pre-wash, shampoo, deep condition. I even tried the rice water treatment. Remember that was a trend? The rice water thing, which actually broke my hair off. Yeah, I lost a lot of the hair at the back of my head from that. And yeah, then I was like, you know what, let me chill. Let me chill on the trends and everything. So yeah, that's basically the story of my hair journey. And yeah, I just wanted to start out this video by giving like a little scope because, you know, I feel like we all have a similar story in a way. Like, either we decided, okay, I'm gonna chop my hair off, or it was my story and, you know, it had to be done. But for the rest of everything I'm gonna do a little montage, maybe do some, you know, voiceover, because yeah, I am in a rush. I have to go to the gym in the next 20 minutes, so I need to hurry up with this first step. So hey guys, I'm going to take over from now. Yeah, so I'm just gonna run down the whole process and give some tips and tricks along the way. First up, we're starting with a pre-wash. Now, this process for me is essential because it just makes everything easier afterwards. You kind of just, you know, setting yourself up for a much smoother wash day this way because, you know, you want to get, especially because I hadn't washed my hair in a minute in this video. So yeah, it's just, you know, detangling, introducing some moisture to the hair to kind of like make the detangling process much easier. And yeah, so basically I put on an oil and some water and just brush it through and braid it up. Then I put this plastic on my hair to let it marinate a little bit. So yeah. Another benefit to doing this is making sure that your hair doesn't get stripped of all its moisture during the washing process, and just making gunk get off much easier. Um, but yeah, now we're gonna be shampooing. Don't know why I said it that way. But yeah, I'd use a moisturizing shampoo and a clarifying shampoo. I'm using a clarifying shampoo right now because I need to clean the hair, really clean it out, really get all of that hair glue from the wigs and oils and stuff and sweat residue out of the hair on my scalp. And usually I'll do this while my hair's still twisted, and really get to the scalp because it's kind of hard. The hair is pretty tangly and thick, and getting straight to the scalp with the shampoo is not so easy. I do a double cleanse here with the clarifying shampoo because honestly, I needed it. I needed a good scrub on my scalp. And it really helps, just to take your time with it. Don't rush because, you want to wash your hair and you want it to be clean. You don't want it to be half clean. And then I undo my twists for this next wash. So this wash is going to be with my moisturizing shampoo. And this is going to help also again with detangling. We want to be gentle this part. You don't want to be too rough. You want to smooth the hair and not tangle it up. So this motion that I'm doing right now really helps with that. And yeah, just gonna get every strand coated and covered and get all that oil and stuff off of the hair while still, having it moisturized. And trust me guys, trust me, because when you do this, like after the clarifying shampoo, your hair's gonna feel a little bit, that pretty squeaky clean feeling, like really dry. But after you do the step with the moisturizing shampoo, your hair is literally like, I'm gonna show you just now, like just watch. Yeah, soft and bouncy. That's exactly what's gonna happen. And my hair grew, which I'm very excited about. I haven't really worn my hair out in a minute. It's always been under braids and wigs and stuff, so it's kind of just nice to see it revert back to its natural state. I don't know, sometimes I feel like prettier when I have my natural hair for some reason. I'm like, girl, I grew this hair. I made it, it's homegrown, okay? Straight out the DNA, straight out the box. And I don't know, I feel really proud about that sometimes because I'm just like, before I didn't really appreciate my hair like this. And just doing this in itself just makes it feel like, I'm showing love to myself. And yeah, after the whole moisturizing shampoo, we go in with the deep conditioner like I showed you. And this part goes by like a breeze because my hair is already, pretty much 70% detangled. And I'm just putting the product through it, brushing it through to get all the strands coated, and then twisting it up. And yeah, as you can see, the comb is going through the hair like butter. And yeah, I don't know, this is my favorite part because I don't know why I find it so just satisfying, like brushing it like that and like having the comb and the brush just slide through. That's honestly, I don't know what it is, but it's just very satisfying to me. And we're back again with the checkers bag. It's a different checkers bag, I promise. Okay, that's nasty. Don't use the same bag that you use in your pre-wash because no. And yeah, now we're doing the moisturization process. So in like the hair community, they like to call this like the lock method or the LCO method, depending on your hair type. For me, I prefer to use the LCO method because I feel like my hair has kind of become more high porosity after doing straightening and all that heat processing. So I like to go in with the liquid, and you can really keep it so simple, and just use water for the liquid part because your hair, just think of your hair as like a plant. You need to water it at least once a week if you want it to be healthy. And this is me watering my head. I'm like a chia pet, basically. So after the water, we do a little cream and some oil, and then we're gonna detangle from the bottom up. Now, guys, do not comb your hair from the root to the tip, because you will lose very healthy hair. Like, you'll lose the hair that you didn't want to lose and you didn't have to lose. Okay, so please start combing your hair from the bottom to the root. And then once that's done, I just put it in a little braid. I wanted to do a braid out. I haven't done a braid out in a while, so I decided, let me do a braid out. You can do whatever you want at this stage. You can twist it, you can braid it, you can do bantu knots, you can do cornrows, whatever you want to do. But this is basically just, to show you guys how to moisturize the hair and detangle and everything. Now I oil my scalp because, our scalp has gone through a lot of stripping with the shampoos and everything. So you really want to get that, nourishment back into the scalp. And I like this oil because it has a nozzle, so I can just put the oil directly on my hair. But if you don't have that, then you can just use any oil, put it on the tips of your fingers and massage your scalp. That is completely fine and acceptable. As long as, everything works for you. Like, there's no absolute law when you're doing your hair. Whatever works for you is the best. Okay, guys, so this part is very unnecessary. I was just really having fun here with the foam. I love foam for some reason. It feels nice in my hands. And yeah, now I'm gonna flatten the parts of the braids. So I'm tying it down and I'm gonna dry it with this little dryer contraption. I don't know, kind of just makes me feel like I'm in a salon and I'm getting the full experience. This is really just an extra thing that I do, but it's also helpful for the busy girls who don't have time to be doing all these things and waiting 24 hours for your hair to dry. Yeah, this is just me drying my hair, chilling, relaxing. Okay, guys, so this is the final product. I feel like, I don't know, like, it's been a while since I've seen myself like this, I will say, but I'm not too mad. I'm not too mad. I do need to trim because, as you can see, they need to go. But guys, that was my wash day routine. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope some of the tips or any advice that I had will be helpful for you guys. But yeah, I am trying to get this video out to you guys. I want to say like Monday, Tuesday. If I don't, actually, you know what? No, I'm going to give it to you on Monday or Tuesday. There's a lot of stuff. Subscribe, like this video, share, click the bell notification so you guys can get a notification every time I post. And yeah, subscribe to the stream, follow the stream. I stream mainly on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7. Actually, no, I'm going to change the time because 7 hasn't been working. So I'm going to say 8 to 8:30 every Tuesday and Thursday. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.